May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Thank you, Professor Uma Srikanth ma'am, for conducting Shanti meditation. Dear Sky Meditators, I'm extremely happy to welcome all of you to this spiritual session in English organized by the World Community Service Center IT team. Anger management is an important technique which we all need to implement in our day-to-day life. When in anger, eyes got congested, blood pressure shoots up, nerves got strained, speech tremble, we forget ourselves, our life energy particles will be zapped out, mind registers a harmful habit within ourselves, and we will be hated by our family members and others. Therefore, anger should not be suppressed as it leads to stress and vengeance, and it needs to be neutralized. Have you experienced road rage? Most of us might have. So, how to overcome it? To explain this interesting concept in detail, we have our beloved Professor Shankar sir with us today. Sir started his journey in Thiruvanmiyur Sky Trust around the year 2000. In our Sky Yoga, sir has completed MSc in Yoga for Human Excellence. He has been doing service in Medavakam Sky Trust and in Nanganallur Anbalaya Sky Trust. Sir used to volunteer for the English Foundation courses in all year. Professionally, Sir has completed MSc Computer Science and working as Group Project Manager in HCL Technologies. In his MSc, Sir did project on the topic a comparative study on origin of universe by Newton, Einstein, and our Guru Vethathiri Maharshi. We have such an eminent personality with us today. I now invite our beloved Professor Shankar sir to deliver his speech on the topic how to overcome road rage using Kundalini Yoga. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you very much. I'd like to share my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, it's coming.
Thank you. A very warm welcome to senior professors and all guests. I pray Vethathiri Maharishi Swamiji to guide me in this session. I started my career in millennial year 2000. I had bought a new bike on a Sunday morning when I was searching for a restaurant to take brunch in Ananagar. A motorist driving rashly overtook me so close that his crash guard hit my plastic box I had in the side of my vehicle. It got torn into pieces. I had two choices. Thank God for nothing has happened to me and moved on to my brunch. Had a peaceful brunch. Or do something very stupid, which is what I did that day. I chased him like Rajinikanth and demanded him to stop and apologize to me. He did not stop. He wanted to escape. And that is when the most unfortunate thing happened. He kicked my bike in the side and I fell down. I broke my elbow tip, which happens all the time in tennis ground, and that is why it is called tennis elbow. Thanks to Newton's third law, we know every action has an opposite reaction. The force that he exerted on me in my bike acted on his bike as well, and he crashed onto another motorist. Luckily, that guy was a moto guy than him, and he really got beaten up in front of my eyes. Cause and effect. What you sow, what you get. He wanted to kick me, and he got kicked. But what about my tennis elbow? Even today, I have a light minor correction pending. Friends, I should have let it go, because when in accident, even if 100% it is mistake of the other person, there is no motive. You have to let go and not pursue. I pursued. I demanded his sorry, and I got my tennis elbow. Cause and effect. Now, I was actually traveling to my office, and it's actually a 40 to 50 kilometers every day. So we normally get drowsy, get bored, and whenever people get drowsy and bored, it is very common. You might know, if you are actually driving long distance, you might know that people will try to have some habits. For example, they will try to mark a car and chase it. Whatever car that surpasses them, they will try to chase it. On a one fine day morning, when I was driving to office, I had one such marker car who actually swift, beside me, and I said, okay, I'm going to actually chase. I was able to actually pedal, floor my accelerator and get past him Swiss. Very safe in my own lane. But he understood that actually, I was trying to overtake him. His ego got bruised. He also wanted to chase. When he was chasing, there was a vehicle coming from opposite side, and he had to cut very harsh into my lane. Result, my car's left side bonnet got scratched. I couldn't do anything. I actually tried my best to block him near the signal, wowing signal, I think, and asked him, what were you thinking, what are you doing? And he came close to me and said, do you have insurance, my friend? I said, yeah, I have insurance. If you have insurance, why don't you just go and claim? And with that, he just left. I had no clue what to do. Cause and effect. I was the one who started the whole rage. And I ended up having this issue. Now I have to shell out my money plus insurance to make this correct. Every paint job costs a lot. Cause and effect. When I had my kid, I used to travel in bike with her and enjoy that ride. I'll be very slow, I'll be very careful. I will have her between my arms in the tank, and she will really, enjoy the whole ride. Which kid doesn't ride, like the ride? I was going out on one such evening, and I saw this auto wala who actually bypassed me very fast even before the signal went to green. And obviously, I got pissed off and yelled at him, top of my voice. While I was shouting at him on why he's breaking such, law, traffic rule, I was having my kid sitting on the tank trying to hit me. I was really surprised and taken back by that behavior. I took her home, sat sat on the bench with her, and asked her, "Why are you so angry with me when that guy was actually breaking the law?" She told me, "It's your misbehavior. You are shouting in front of everybody in the middle of the road, and I did not like it." What a fresh perspective. I never ever had this fresh perspective in my life. She is not worried about who made mistake. She is worried about her father misbehaving in front of everybody in the middle of the road. Even if you are right, the way you say things matters. My road rage, I was yelling at this person in the middle of the road, and for the people who are actually nearby, they may not realize how bad that person autowala who broke the law, but what they carry home is a person who with lot of anger in the middle of the road with a kid in front, setting a wrong example. I really felt very bad on that day. I was taking my kid to school. She was in the front seat with her seat belt worn, and she was happily trying to see if she will get a good ride, drop at school. Just few minutes after I came out of my apartment, when I was about to join a bigger road, an omni van with no control of of speed just brushed me in my front bonnet. I got fearful again, but I did not shout at this time. I asked my mother-in-law to take her home because it was nearby, and I was actually politely trying to explain this guy, but he didn't listen. Obviously, the animal in me came out. It actually blasted this guy like anything. Finally, the guy came to me and said, "He's just a driver. He doesn't have enough money. His owner is going to ask money and he has to give it from his salary." A lot of remorse came into me, and I obviously had to give him some money to help him. Cause and effect. It was my anger which got me into this remorse that I had to help this guy. This guy is poor, and I cannot, just be so mean to him. But it is all about the anger, the road rage I had. Around 2000, I started my journey to Vethathiri. I did up to self introspection in our Talame Mandram. It was 20 years back, and I finished it, but I did not continue after a year. I was having lot of anger in me. So I was looking for some opportunity to get back into Vedatriyan. And in around 2015, we actually ran a foundation course for HCLites in Soringanallur campus. More than 600 people were benefiting out of that foundation course. I had Thirumailanandam sir and many people from Talame Mandram, plus very importantly, Medavakam Manavalakalan Mandram, teachers helping us out in conducting classes there. It is in that moment I had Tyagarajan Ayya and Professor Rajendran Ayya coming to me and then asking, why not join MSc in YHE? I gladly joined. Here I am now. I had a lot of good guides and teachers in Medavakam who actually helped me turn my life upside down. In those days, while I was doing MSc, there used to be a chart that we need to fill, a daily routine chart. I used to actually regularly do Kaya Kalpam, regularly do some of the exercises not asking, and also do meditation. I used to participate in all group meditations in Nanganallur Tavamayam, in Anbalaya. All this helped me reduce my anger. While all this helped me reduce my anger, that was not enough. I was always looking for an opportunity to come back to Alyar because the two PCPs I stayed in Alyar gave me a very fresh perspective and made me love that place. I was looking for some opportunity, and it is then Sasikmaraya asked me if I could volunteer for English programs. I was part of this foundation course English program where Professor Sangeeta ma'am, Professor Krish Murli Ishwar sir, and Professor Balamurli sir, everybody helped me shape my whole perspective of Vedatrium, helped me understand how fresh perspective students come in, and then how they bring in various culture, various beliefs with them. It is in one of these classes we used to have both people from outside Tamil Nadu who doesn't speak Tamil, and also from some foreigners. It is in one of these foundation class I had two foreigners. We were actually trying to initiate them, and after the class is over, they both said they are not getting the sensation in Agna or even in Mooladhara, which is our genetic center or root chakra. We were little disappointed. We took the matter to Professor Chris Murli Ishwar, and he was actually, trying to help, give them more help with other senior professors as well. But when it comes to foreigners, they don't really go with, the wind. If they feel the sensation, they get really excited. But if they don't feel, they actually you know, tell you in the face very clearly that they're not sensing anything. They'll be so blunt and direct. We were all disappointed, and Professor Krish Murli Ishwar sir called me and said, out of the two foreigners, you don't pursue one foreigner, you just pursue the other foreigner. Just help that person, but not this person. I was not understanding why he was saying that. Then later on, he helped me understand. He said, if there is no life energy in the first point, if the life energy is let out on a daily basis to get sleep in the night, how would you expect the life energy to rise up? Whatever you do, you're not going to actually get the life energy rise now. Which means he has actually taken personal care, talking to them, counseling them. And he said, the other person is not like that. So please go and pursue and see if you can actually do something about it. With a lot of hope, I took the other person into Mani Mandapam on a peaceful afternoon, where nobody was there in Mani Mandapam. I just informed him, I'm going to meditate with you. You know the procedure that we have taught in the foundation course. Please go ahead and do an Agna meditation. I will also do an Agna meditation. I just sat behind him so that he will do the meditation. I just prayed Vethathiri Maharishi Swami to help him. That's all I did. It was like a magic. Even I could feel his energy rising. At the end of half an hour to 1 hour meditation session, he came out with lot of bliss in his face. He said he actually felt it in both root chakra as well as pituitary gland Agna chakra. I was so happy and thankful to Swamiji that he did not let anybody down who actually come and then catch his hand for help. I'm sure you all had such a nice, wonderful experience with Vethathiri Maharishi in Mani Mandapam or Omkara Mandapam. I have personally felt it many a times. And when this foreigner told me that he really got the energy and he really felt the warmth and pulsating sense in his Agna chakra, I was so very happy. We all have done anger management in introspection, but I bet none of us would have actually listed road rage as one of the anger moment. I did. Whenever I had to do anger management in introspection classes, both those when I was a student as well as taking classes, I've always never seen anybody listing road rage. The reason I think is because the road rage does not last long, but gives one immense pressure, tension, and BP. It gives a huge stress, and your BP rises, and your body secretes adrenaline. It does more damage to the brain, heart, and kidney, not to say your digestive system as well. Road rage is a peculiar kind of anger. The situation presents itself all in a sudden in the form of an accident for somebody breaking road rule or somebody getting into an accident. Over here, only when we see a pedestrian, we press the accelerator. But in other countries, when they see pedestrian, they slow down their vehicle and even bring it to stop. Only when the pedestrian moves away from their path and are very safe, they even start proceeding with their vehicle. And I'm hugely affected by this sudden road rage. I started doing introspection on myself. I started thinking about it deep and found that we do not want to break the speed. And that is why we are always pushed to ensure that we cross before the pedestrian crosses. It puts both the pedestrian as well as ourselves in a very bad stage. The pedestrian gets frightened when somebody swishes through in front of him. And we also have this adrenaline pumping that we have to cross before even the pedestrian crosses. First change I brought inside me was to accept the fact people do mistakes. And they are my brothers and sisters. Only because I am thinking they are different from me, I know the rules and I follow, but they do not. I pick up a fight and call them names. This differentiation that I follow and you don't follow, I am right and you are not, is the main reason why people get a lot of rage in the road. I do mistakes. It may not be there, but I have done mistakes. So, to be very kind to people who do mistakes on the road is the first step I identified in my introspection. This repeated introspection, it made me realize I cannot shout at them at any point of time and be disrespectful as well as misbehave in my part. Yesterday, I was driving to pick up my wife. I was driving faster in a 4-lane freeway between Tambaram and Perunkalathur. Suddenly, an SUV tried to enter into my lane. When I had crossed him already, he broke my ORVM rear view mirror from the side. He realized his mistake and he went back to his lane. It was a moment when I would be furious normally, but I did not get anger. It was very surprising for me that I did not get anger, even though my ORVM mirror is broken, shattered into pieces, and it was hanging. I pursued him and signed him calmly to pull over. I wanted to talk to him on the mistake he did so that he will not do this mistake to anybody else. He has to see his rear view mirror and see if there is somebody coming in that lane before he can shift lane. He has to put a side signal to ensure people coming from back knows that he is going to shift his lane. He did not do either. He was in a hurry and he actually missed all this and suddenly came, broke my mirror from the side while I was actually going straight in that lane. When I was trying to go near him and sign him to pull over, his wife was actually urging him, hey, please pull over, pull over. That guy is trying to, stop us in the middle of the road. You cannot risk all of us. There are two children in the back. And she was actually trying to, pursue his husband to pull over. This guy, I'm telling you, is one rock solid guy. He never pulled over. He was just going straight. And I don't know what to do. I said, may God be with you, and proceeded in my direction, left him aside. It was all peace, peace, peace from then on. I know I have to actually replace the mirror and it is going to cost me. But one thing I know is my peace, inner peace is much, much more important and valuable than this mirror that got broken. The mirror that broke actually reflected the peace in me. I was really calm. I was not getting angry at all. I lost my mirror. I did not yell at him. I did not block his way, forced him to stop. I did not call him names. I actually was not angry with him. Within few seconds, when I realized he wants to escape and not obey my signing him to pull over, I felt it is not decent of him to do such things with his wife in front seat. I felt pity on him a bit and told myself I have to let it go. I did the same. You know what? I felt so relieved and happy and peaceful. In the end, it was peaceful drive after I had let the anger go off me finally. I hope all of you do anger management. For me, it may be a road rage, which is very common in my life for the past 20 years. The past 5 years, I have almost come out of it. It was not worth it. For others, it may be something else. It may be your mother-in-law. It may be somebody else, your in-laws. It may be anybody. It may be even your brother or sister who annoys you, who ticks you. And the moment you see that happening, something you don't like, your actually BP surges. Please do introspection. Anger management helps you save energy, helps you prevent some misbehaviors. End of the day, people don't carry what you are, but how you behave. You may be a good person, but if your behavior is affected by your anger, you will be seen as an angry person an unpleasant being to be living with. The moment you remove the anger from your whole heart, your heart has enough space for peace and love. With that message, I'd like to end this session and welcome any question and answers. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by divine.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for your excellent speech. You have nicely portrayed your personal experience and discussed with us your day-to-day road rage, that anger management, etc. And finally, in a nutshell, you have told the inner peace within us is more important than the situations or the objects on which we are more in personal touch. For example, as you told that broken mirror, the anger that we show on that instance is much more cheaper thing than the inner peace within us. It is more important. You nicely portrayed that. Thank you so much, sir. Dear friends, now the forum is open for discussions. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While you get ready with the questions, we have some important announcements to make. Practice Kayakalpa Yoga regularly and improve your immunity system. If not yet learned Kayakalpa Yoga, please visit kayakalpayoga.edu.in website or download the Android application. Please also recommend it to your friends and relatives to learn and practice Kayakalpa regularly. WCSC Vision for Wisdom is conducting online foundation courses and certificate courses in Tamil, English, as well as in Kannada. Please visit kundaliniyoga.edu.in to know in detail and refer to your friends and relatives to join this course, and let all get benefited by practicing our Guru's yogic techniques. Our monthly journal Unboli is also available in the Android application. Download the Unboli app from the Android Play Store and get access to the premium content of our Swamiji speeches. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV channel to listen to all the past speeches of our professors on various aspects of Sky Yoga. Karma Yoga principles of Vethathirium suggest donating 1% of our income to the good causes of society. Be generous and donate to the World Community Service Center. There are multiple channels to do that, either through the Unboli app or through our official website, vethathiri.edu.in. Just to mention, you would get Section 80G IT exemption for these donations. Now let us move on to the discussion session. If you have any queries to discuss, please click the raise hand button. It seems there are no queries on this topic from our participants.
Sure.
If there are no queries, then let us proceed to conclude the session.
Thank you, Ramesh.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring speech, and it definitely induces everyone to manage our anger in a better way. Dear Sky meditators, it's time for us to express our gratitude to our professor. Please come to meditative position and keep your mind in Duriya Chakra. Professor Shankar sir, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. Let us bless our Professor Uma Srikanth ma'am for conducting Shanti meditation as well as managing the entire week's evening meditation sessions. Professor Uma Srikanth ma'am, be blessed by the divine. Her good health, be blessed by the divine. Her loving family, be blessed by the divine. Her divine service, be blessed by the divine. We would like to extend our blessings to the sky meditators for their kind donations made yesterday. Your generous donations will help us to do a lot to serve the society. By the grace of divine, may you and your family may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. We are happy to bring the following online programs live from the Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow morning 5:25 a.m. 9 Center Meditation in Tamil, conducted by Trichy Zone along with WCSC IT team. Morning 6 a.m. exercises in Tamil, 7 a.m. 9 Center Meditation in English, and by 11 a.m. there's a speech in Tamil on the topic Jnanasriya Payanam by Professor Krishnamurthy from Tirupur. Evening 5:45 a.m. 9 Center Meditation in Tamil, conducted by Trichy Zone along with WCSC IT team. 6:30 p.m. there will be re-telecast of morning's Tamil speech, and by 7:30 p.m. Nityananda meditation in Hindi by Professor Vijayalakshmi ma'am from Chennai. And by 8 p.m. there is speech in Hindi on the topic Duty Consciousness by Professor Rajagopal from New Delhi. Please share this program invite with your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in this spiritual journey and get benefited. We thank our beloved President Arulnidhi Padmashri SKM Mailanandan sir for his support and guidance. See you all tomorrow with another interesting session in Hindi. Till then, be safe, practice our Kundalini Yoga. This is Ramesh from the All Year World Community Service Center IT team. Let us conclude the program with the invocation for the world peace. May the world be blessed with plenty of rain. The farmers work to produce an abundance of grain. Let the practitioners of all trades prosper, flourish, and grow, and culture progress through the need to share and grow. Let the rules be beyond feelings of anger or fear, illiteracy, poverty, and all evils made to disappear. Let the true lamp of knowledge burn steady and bright. Our sense of duty guide us along paths always right. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Have a good night.
Word.